Alright guys, today we have a treat for you. This is James Stewart Classic, James Stewart on the KX125. Pretty freaking sweet. So this is replay. I did the race and it is a last to first race comeback. Classic James Stewart, right? But I did want to show this camera angle because I thought it was cool. It was really cool. It was fun watching this angle come through the pack and make some passes and whatnot. But we do have third person, so you will be able to see it. We do showcase the mod a little bit in the second half of the video, so you will see it. But it was just cool. It was really cool. This camera angle is also in Supercross, but in Supercross, a lot of the time, it's like really shaky, right? I feel like for outdoors, it just works better. So it's like the GoPro is hanging off the side of the helmet, and it's just really cool. The view, everything is really cool. But yes, James Stewart. So I do want to say that this is by Pay 2021 for MXGP 2019. Now, he also did have this mod. Well, actually, this mod, I think, is a collaboration between Leone 291 and Pay 2021. But this mod was also in MXGP Pro, and that's where I was going to do it, but the numbers weren't on the bike already. So this mod in this game has the numbers on the bike already, and in Pro you had to put the numbers on the bike yourself, which isn't really that big a deal. But in MXGP Pro, 259 was taken, so it had to be 258, and that didn't feel right. So we didn't I didn't do that, and I got lucky. I was like really bummed out. I thought this would be a really cool video, and it turned out that it was also in 2019 here. Now the gear might be by just Pay 2021, but the bike I'm pretty sure was both Leone and Pay 2021. So yes, pretty cool. We will be switching over to a third person here in just a second. And this is Belgium. Now, another thing that was pretty cool about MXGP Pro versus this game was that I was gonna use the James Stewart here on the WW Ranch. It would have been a former national track, right? It would have been cool. We don't have any US tracks in 2019. Here we switch over, and you get to see it. It is awesome. I was trying to ride the bike like as hard, as fast as possible, or use the bike in the game. Yes, it's a video game. It isn't real life, but you know, it just looks really, really good. And then in the top left, you'll see some good views of the mod just to showcase it. It looks fantastic. Now, in the pictures, we have I think we have the stock pipe on the bike because it looks better, but when I was during the race, we have the aftermarket pipe, and I mean, it's worth having it, but it looks weird. The stock one that comes with the mod looks way better and whatever, but it was so cool. We've seen James Stewart. I mean, we've seen Milestone put James Stewart on the number 7 Kawasaki 450 in Supercross 3, I think, officially, and then we've seen James Stewart as a mod in many Milestone games, whether that be a Supercross game, an MXGP game. We've seen him on a number 7 Suzuki, we've seen him on a Honda, we've seen him on Kawasaki, but I haven't seen, and it's weird because this has been out for a while, but I haven't seen this gear with this bike. I've seen the bike. Yes, I knew about this mod a while ago, but the fact that we can make him a classic, you know, early 125 James Stewart with his fuchsia, not pink, fuchsia gear is so awesome. This is the version that, I mean, for me, I play on PC and console, so, you know, I get, I guess, the best of both worlds, but for me, it's fine being able to have it as a mod, but I understand that if you're on console, it would have been so cool if Milestone would have given us this version of James Stewart instead of the KX450 number 7 James Stewart in Supercross 3. So I was trying to make cool passes. I mean, there was a pass we did. I think you already saw it. I wasn't really paying attention, but we jumped through 2 other riders, and I remember, probably a lot of you guys may not remember. I don't know why that stuck with me, but I had seen Stewart make, those passes. He goes down first corner, 40th place, and then comes back and wins. I remember he would go on one of those wild, crazy, aggressive rides from last place and win. And I remember watching him go flying through like a kind of a sweeping corner. I don't know if it was a sweeping corner, but there was like a tiny jump, and he kind of scrubbed and then split 2 riders. It was crazy. There was barely any room to fit between the 2 guys, and somehow he did and made the pass. I mean, it was really sketchy. It might have even been a bit dangerous, but at least the outcome, nobody got hurt, nobody crashed. It was just a crazy, aggressive pass, and we kind of replicated that. I'm pretty sure you saw it at the beginning here. We kind of replicated that in this race, and then we get into first place and throw the big whip in his face to let him know, hey, we're James Stewart, we got the lead, this race is over, baby. And that kind of makes me remember when he was racing Chad Reed, and I remember they raced each other, but they hadn't really been together on the track, and it was like, who's faster? And so Stewart slows down and actually lets Reed by him, and then he passes him back. And I think from that point on, for quite a while, I think Stewart was living in Reed's head. That was tough for him, I think, but he got over it eventually, obviously, and kept racing him and did quite well. But yeah, when we did that whip, it was just like, that's the only thing I could think of, was that I remember when Stewart let Reed by. I'm pretty sure Reed was on a 250, a YZ250 4-stroke. So really great mod. I tried to make the bike the best I could. The gear, it just came with the gear. It didn't. We had to put different boots on and different helmet. We didn't have the classic Oakley goggles in this game. And the one thing that's a huge bummer, I wish we had the iconic James Stewart, or not James Stewart, but the Fox chest protector that he wore. He used this gear so much, and most of the time, maybe not all the time, but most of the time he was wearing a chest protector with the 259 on the back. So I wish we could have gotten that, but we don't have chest protectors in this game. Why not? Why don't we have that? Some people still use the chest protector. I know the under chest protector or no chest protector is more of a thing, but we still have the neck braces, and not too many people seem to use those anymore. So I don't know why we don't get the chest protector option in this game. I wish we would, but unfortunately we don't. But I think we got it pretty close, and Leone291 and Pay 2021 did a great job on this. If it was a collaboration, if it was just Pay 2021, because that's where I got it, this is one of the coolest mods that I've seen. It's something that I've been wanting to see in the game, wishing Milestone would give as DLC. And yes, it's free here, but if you're on console, you cannot have it. So yeah, I kind of wish they would bring it to console for all those players. And I feel like, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like a majority of players do play on console still. So it would be really cool to have Milestone officially bring this in. But if they don't have a KX125, they can't get Kawasaki to allow them to license that bike. I get it might be a problem and whatever, but it came out really good. The only unfortunate part, or one of the other unfortunate parts, was that this isn't my favorite MXGP game. I know it is for a bunch of you guys, but for me, it just wasn't. I would have preferred to do it in MXGP Pro, but like I said, I told you why it didn't really work out there. So this is what we've got. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is this cool? I think it is. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.